Welcome back to another episode of Jamin's Daily. Back to our old setup. It's been quite a bit of episodes since you've seen the overlay, but we are gonna utilize it a little bit more. And you can see it's kind of not what it used to be. I'm overlying some things, and I need to get Seth, remember my executive producer, to update this for 2022. But in the meantime, it's gonna serve its purpose. We're gonna get into minimalism after the break to continue about what we talked about last couple episodes for the new year and how minimalism, the philosophy, is gonna play a part in that. Um, but before we get to minimalism, let me give you a little update. January the 4th on some New Year's resolutions. Now, I have worked out every day, and yesterday was probably when I was really sore. Today's way better. I worked out pretty hard, and I'm feeling good. So I walked up 3 flights of stairs in my office, felt way better when I got to the top compared to a week ago. So already seen some gains. And was able to go. Um, I'm keeping a diary of sorts of all the reps, the different exercises, and being accountable. So far, so good on the working out part, exercising, which is good for you. Health wise, healthy, I was able to, and even today, I'm so far, I've been able to do the intermittent fasting. So I can only eat between 11 and 7. I've done that Monday, Tuesday, today, and yesterday. I've started. I'm going to keep it going. I think maybe Friday and Saturday will be my off days. But I was trying to go maybe I was going to try to go like 10 days of doing it to get a little bit of a head start on some weight loss. But my body reacts really well to the intermittent fasting. I lose weight pretty quickly when I do that. So we'll see how that works. That's only gonna help reduce the load on my body when I'm running and I'm starting to exercise. Because I need to get in better, not just lose weight, but I need to get in better shape. Like my cardiovascular, anaerobic, being able to breathe, all that stuff. Because I'm fixing to get into a charity exhibition boxing match. So I gotta be in good shape. So that's been good. Something that I just found out, and folks, I think in life, you got to pick your battles. You got to know what you're good at, all these different things, right? And going into the new year, I was very motivated, and I have kept up with a number of my resolutions. What is still hard, I am just not a morning person. I have not been able to get out of bed. I've been waking up a little earlier, but not early enough to do some of the things I've had in mind. So I've had to, which is mainly work out. But I realize now that I'm just think I've haven't waved the white flag yet on that. Perhaps that can still come, but I know there's many successful people in the world, in the business world, in all walks of life who are not morning people. Okay, you just have to be more productive later on and maybe stay up late. You can't, and this is the thing, you can't wake up late and then be unproductive late at night as well. You can't spend 3-4 hours at night just doing nothing but watch TV and kill time, because then I don't have that kind of time to kill. So yesterday and the day before, since I did not wake up early to go for a run or work out, I found the time to work out at night when I'm there looking after my kids. While they're playing with their toys and doing stuff, I was doing sit ups, push ups, a number of shadow boxing. And today I was even able to go to the gym. So feeling good about what's going on my my progress and my New Year's resolutions. Other than waking up early, still gonna try to do that. I feel like you can't go cold turkey. I'm gonna try a new strategy. So like tomorrow, I'm gonna try to wake up at 7:45. Do that, and then go earlier and earlier and then earlier. Perhaps maybe that's one way to do it. We'll see. But we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we're gonna get into minimalism, a little more in depth, at least according to the internet. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Thanks for coming back. Staying with me, actually. You didn't go anywhere. Maybe you went somewhere. This is 2022. You can hit the pause button, go do some things. Come back. I'm just glad you're here. Welcome to Jamin's Daily. It's January the 4th, 2022. And we're trying to incorporate some minimalism into our lives. And I found on the internet 10 minimalist lifestyle tips to de-stress and save money. Those are two things I'm trying to do in 2022. So, minimalism has become a popular practice in recent years. When you live as a minimalist, you strive to use things that serve a purpose. Think about all the things that you have at home, all the things that you just have that have they serve no purpose. Maybe there's some altruistic, aesthetic, like something like really most home decor. All the things that are just there, right? Minimalism, it's about living simply and having only what you need to go about your daily life. For instance, some people may start at no spend. They may start a no spend challenge or only fill their home with items they absolutely need. Not only could you save money that way, but you can also save time and cleaning and organizing. Listen, if you have less things to clean and organize, then you're saving time on cleaning and organizing. The logic follows. Practicing minimalism is an ongoing process. You'll always find ways to improve and modify your minimalism, which is great because really, who wants to be stuck in a stagnant routine, perhaps? Your routine has to have modifications from time to time. To start, evaluate what currently serves a purpose in your life and what may be superfluous. That's such a hard word to say. Look at all those vowels together. I know what that word is. Superfluous. Trivial. Okay, folks, I can be a thesaurus here. So all the things that may be trivial. Then you practice a minimalist mindset. You're choosing to live a more focused life. You may start with cleaning up your budget and then move on to organizing your home. Maybe taking the first steps to declutter your life is a big move, but you might need a game plan to make these habits stick. So that was part of the New Year's resolution. You have to have a game plan to create habits. So the regiment, your routine is like your game plan that turns into habits. So again, many of us have too much stuff. So how can we reduce our anxiety from saving money and what else? Having less stress. So the minimalist lifestyle starter tips. Number 1, shop quality, not quantity. Minimalism doesn't mean you never go shopping. It just means you're more intentional with your purchases. Whether you're in need of a new pair of running shoes or work pants, invest in quality pieces that will last you a long time. Even though a higher price tag may be less than ideal at the time, you'll likely save money in the long run by cutting down on frequent purchases. Not to mention, you'll cut down on waste. One garbage truck of clothes is discarded every second. Did you know this? I did not. Digital ties, movies and books, If you're a big reader or movie watcher, consider going digital with your collection. So, don't even have to read all this, folks. I've already kind of done that. Uh, what is it? The term that's used is cut the cord. I cut the cord last year. I don't have cable. We have nothing but I have nothing but streaming services. I have YouTube TV, HBO Max, Netflix, Apple TV Plus, Hulu, Amazon Prime, ESPN Plus. Then you have Tubi. I don't know, it's a bunch. And it cut down on my bill for those things, or for just watching TV, by 50%. I went from like 225 to 120, so almost 50. Cut it in half. Eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. Number 3. One of the most important parts of minimalism is cutting down on things you don't need. To start decluttering, identify what serves a purpose in your life and what doesn't. From there, start to see how you can cut down on items that don't add value to your life, and then get rid of them entirely. You could test the waters by doing a mindful money challenge before decluttering your whole life. Ooh, the mindful money. We're gonna save the mindful money challenge for another episode, folks. Number 4, invest in reusables. As you start to declutter your home, consider what products could be reused. Okay, disposable water bottles. Can even bring you reusable takeaway coffee cup. Okay, maybe. Now we're getting a little ridiculous here. I don't want to have to reuse my coffee cups. I don't even drink coffee. And we're guilty. I drink mainly single serve bottled waters. But I recycle. But I do need to. I had a water service at my office that we had at the house for a little bit too. We don't have it anymore. So now we're just on water bottles. I do believe the minimalist mindset would have me using the tap water, okay? But in lieu of the tap water, we can probably need to get the water service. It is cheaper and better, adds more value, etc. Give everything a place. Once you get into a rhythm, give every item a place. Get creative with storage bins and organizers, and to ensure you're able to store exactly what you need. As your minimalist space falls into place, hold yourself accountable for putting away items once you're done using them. See, that's one of the things, part of this whole minimalism that I'm trying to get into, is it really does address some of my biggest character flaws. And I'm as guilty as most in leaving things around, maybe leaving the towel on the ground, stuff like that. I pick up after myself. I don't think my room is not a pigsty. I don't think I'm messy, but want to be better about putting things up. Moving on. 5, money saving minimalism. Invest in experiences. A popular practice in minimalism is prioritizing experiences over buying material items. Some people value the memories created from trips or classes over having the latest gadgets and fashions. I agree, maybe 2022 is the time to do that. Because it's sad to say, but when I think about it, I'm trying to think of possessions that I have, actual tangible items that you buy and then you store. So you have clothes. People can spend a lot of money on clothes, which I don't. You can spend, jewelry. I used to spend money on firearms, but not anymore. I've actually sold most of those. So I'm trying to think, maybe, one of the biggest experiences that I enjoy is barbecuing for my family, which is, I don't know if that actually qualifies as an experience. I mean, it's an experience for me, but maybe I should, because that's not cheap anymore, folks. But maybe I should go do something instead. Re-audit your life frequently. Okay, re-audit your life frequently. Take time to assess your current spending habits and then consistently review them. Always cut out things that take up space or events that drain your energy. I like that. I need why I'm interested in minimalism, perhaps, is if it's gonna. There's this thing about if you have having a lot of stuff, having clutter, having to be mindful of these things and find places, it does drain your energy. You only have your energy is finite. You need to save it for the things that matter, which is why you get rid of the things that don't. Cut meaningless expenses. Apparently, the average American spends $18,000 on unnecessary purchases. So you need to cut down on large portions. Think of all the waste. That's what goes on. A large portion of this 18,000 is in food waste, and a lot of that food waste is then when you go out to eat. When you're overpaying, and then two, maybe if you don't eat at all, then you're not only are you overpaying, you're not eating at all. So you lose 2 times. Let go of what you can't control. How does that work? Letting go of things you can't control may seem easier said than done. To find that balance, start focusing on things you love to do or have. Once you have narrowed down what's most important to you, focus your energy on that. Being thankful for what you do have may even cut down on your budget. You may find yourself reusing what you do have rather than wanting more. And I think that is the key to life, because that's part of, like, when you're rich, when you have so much money and you can just buy whatever, at some point you have to be content. You have enough. But having more doesn't make you happy, or it shouldn't. If that's the case, that's full. You're not a happy person. Mark Cuban said that, like, it's true. Money can't buy you happiness. Okay, it won't. If you're an unhappy person with no money, when you come into money, you'll still be an unhappy person. You'll have money. Okay? If you're a happy person, if you're happy-go-lucky, good attitude, happy person, and you're broke, when you come into money, you will be the same. You will just have money. And money makes things easier. Okay? So again, money can't buy you happiness. But if you're already predisposed to being a happy person, and then you have money, then you're going to be a pretty happy person. So, number 5, lastly, appreciate what you have. Practice gratitude and focus on the positives. Instead of scrolling through social media, write out 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. Practicing gratitude first thing in the morning may put you in a positive mood and help you prepare for the day ahead. And being grateful for what you have might even cut on your urge to overspend on things you don't need, because you're grateful for what you have. You don't need that. Why am I spending my money on that? All these things make sense. So we're going to try. Ooh, these are some pretty cool graphics. Look, so the top tips for living your best minimalist lifestyle. Did you know an average American overspends by $7,400? Minimalism could help you declutter your life, improve your focus by living with less. Spend less, save on unnecessary expenses, and sell unused items. Go green, reduce your consumption, and reuse when possible. 5 ways to get started with minimalism is combat an overflowing closet. How can we combat an overflowing closet? You need a shop quality, folks. So invest in pieces that will last a long time. Declutter rooms in your home. Make space for what's important. See, I have an amazing example of this. My parents' home, my parents' house. We decluttered that whole garage. And it's a constant process of decluttering it. But because of that, we've had so many memories. We have a TV in their table. I mean, when we have our barbecues and in the fall, football games and everything, it's the garage. It's a wraparound garage that is in the back. It's basically added living space that everybody just enjoys. Not long ago, it was a garage. It was a storage filled with random items. Okay, guys? So, spend less time looking for things. Be kinder to the earth and your wallet. Invest in experiences. So, this is kind of a recap, guys. So, I hope you have come away with more information on minimalism to aid you in your journey, which is 2022. And, you know, I feel like minimalism can be one of those things that you ease into. I think that would be the best way to practice it. And at least that's what I'm doing. So I think on the next episode, we might do that mindful, maybe that challenge that was on that link. And then maybe I'm going to give some examples of minimalism in practice. Some things that I have done and documented that I can share with you. But until then, folks, thanks for joining me. Once again, your host, Jamin. Jamin's Daily is the podcast. So like, share, we're on Podbeam, we're on iTunes, iHeartRadio, all these different places you can go and download the podcast. Go to YouTube. Please like and share, leave a comment. And until the next time, stick with us because the best is yet to come.